A pair of teams with identical records square off Sunday at Lumen Field. Hello 12s, I'm Jen Mueller with a preview of the Week 8 matchup against the Cleveland Browns that features an old, new look for the Seahawks.
The blue, it's such a brilliant color that it's just different and it's just fun, we're just having fun with it. But one thing that we talked about is, the idea is we're kind of repping the 90s, teams of the 90s, and we're going to carry that with us and try to perform with the thought that we're trying to connect the message, because those guys that played back then and that were all part of that whole image of what the Seahawks were all about.
A blast from the past can also be seen and felt on defense with the return of pass rusher Frank Clark. He played the first 4 seasons of his career in Seattle and is back on the Hawks defensive line after a season-ending injury to Uchenna Nwosu.
That's always been one of my goals, to get back to Seattle at some point in my career.
It's going to be great. Familiar face, someone that is very good at sacking the quarterback. He's had a hell of a career, so it's cool to get him back.
Clark joins a defense that's allowed less than 250 yards of total offense for 3 straight weeks. They'll be tasked with stopping the second-best rushing attack in the league. Cleveland averages about 147 yards on the ground per game. Expect more of the same, as their passing game hasn't put up big yards this season, and quarterbacks are connecting on just about 56% of their pass attempts. Deshaun Watson is dealing with a rotator cuff injury, so backup P.J. Walker gets the start under center this week.
He does a good job of getting the balls to his key players. If you watch that 49ers game, he was, I think, one of the reasons why they won that game was his decision-making, the ability to use his feet, things of that nature. So he's a guy that you have to respect.
They can throw the ball too. Now, don't get it twisted. Those guys are definitely, they can make the plays. They can definitely do those things. Coop has always been one of the best receivers in the league.
And then there's the Browns' defense. It is the best in the league, allowing just 243 yards a game. The Browns are especially effective in preventing yards through the air. They've given up the fewest passing yards and own the lowest completion percentage in the league. They have also allowed the fewest third down conversions this season.
They're aggressive. We've been around Jim Schwartz for a long time, and it's his scheme and style and the nature that he coaches into these guys. Very aggressive up front. On the attack, the focus is the front 4, but their backers are really aggressive as well. So there's a whole philosophy that we recognize, because we've seen Jim for years.
Their pass rush is definitely elite, and then they have some very good DBs. So it's going to be a challenge, I think, for us just to continue to build on what we did last week. We got better in third down, still have to get better in the red zone. So it's just another challenge for us to go out there, but it's just against a better defense, so I think it's a good challenge for us.
Myles Garrett is his own brand of challenging. The 4-time Pro Bowler has terrorized QBs throughout his career, last week in particular. 9 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a pass defense, and a blocked field goal.
His mixture of speed and power, just physically, a strong dude, a big dude out there, and then he's equally as athletic, which is rare to have that speed to power combo. He's quick, he can get on the edges, he can bend, he does so many things really well, and so he's showing and proving that he's a force to be reckoned with.
You can watch how it all plays out on Sunday. Kickoff is 1:05. You can watch that game on Fox 13 or listen on the Seahawks Radio Network.